I think he's good. He's a pro. He's going to bring it in on the landing. Please remain standing, and gentlemen, please remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much. You may be seated. Good evening. I am Michael Gorley, principal at Morris Community High School. And on behalf of the entire Board of Education, our faculty and staff, and administration, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2023. This year will be officially recorded as the 149th class to graduate from Morris Community High School. If you do the quick math, that first class graduated back in 1874. To put that in perspective, 1874 was the year the first public zoo opened in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It was the year that Levi Strauss received a U.S. patent for his blue jeans, which cost $13.50 for a dozen. It was also the year that the poet Robert Frost and President Herbert Hoover were born. Unlike the previous generations before them, this year's graduates have faced many unique challenges over their 4 years at MCHS. The statewide school shutdown, remote learning, remember that? Hybrid learning, remember that? And alternative half days of attendance and the transition back into full days of attendance. During this time, this class of 2023 certainly lost out on some of the typical high school experiences, such as prep rallies, all-school assemblies, sports seasons, and dances. But what they have gained will go with them and serve them well beyond their 4 years at MCHS. And that is their ability to persevere, to overcome obstacles that few of us could ever have imagined. No doubt, this will help equip them to take on their future life challenges. Their hard work has paid off, and as they sit here poised to become the 149th graduating class of Morris Community High School, I congratulate you. As proof of their hard work, this year's class has earned over $869,500 in scholarships and awards. And as they look to their futures, members of this class have chosen a variety of directions in which to go. We recently surveyed them and found out the following. 18% will be joining the workforce after graduation. 10% are currently undecided and have no definite plans. 3% will be attending a technical or trade school. 24% will attend either a 2-year college or community college. 41% plan to attend a 4-year college or university. And 2% of these students have completely committed to serve our nation in the armed forces. And it is my honor to recognize them now. Will the following students please stand to be recognized? Kaylee Danek, United States Coast Guard. Logan Mahalis, United States Marine Corps. Gabriel Valero, United States Marine Corps. We thank you for your commitment to our great nation. And now it gives me great privilege to introduce another special group of our students. These students are junior honor students, which is why they have been invited to participate in tonight's ceremony. They are serving tonight as our marshals, our archbearers, our ushers. Students, when I call your name, please stand and remain standing. And audience members, please hold your applause till all have been called. Our junior marshals this evening are Haven Perdomo and Margaret Stubinger. Our archbearers this evening are Miranda Muffler, Stephanie Olina, Ava Smith, and Stephanie Vera. Our ushers for this evening are Bennett Amer, Ali Fisher, Emma Frobish, Angela Georgiaklis, Gracie Nelson, and Melanie Zavala. Thank you, students. We appreciate your serving us this evening. Commencement ceremonies at Morris Community High School have long been conducted with a great reverence and respect. To that end, I would encourage everyone to refrain from yelling or creating distractions during the diploma ceremony. The ceremony is for the entire graduating class and not any individual graduate. Each family deserves to hear their graduate's name read aloud. So please save your cheers until they are requested by the speaker at the podium and for when the class is dismissed. Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Craig Ortez.
Thank you, Mr. Gorley. As superintendent of Morris Community High School, District 101, I am honored to celebrate our commencement with all of you. Graduating from MCHS is a wonderful accomplishment and the start of the next exciting chapter of your lives. At this time, I would like to recognize those students who have achieved the highest grade point averages in the class. Would those students who are graduating with honors please stand as your name is read and remain standing until all of the names have been read. I ask the audience to please hold your applause until all of these students have been recognized. Emma Aldrich, Baylor Amiano, Jordan Ansel, Zachary Berman, Graciela Best, Sophia Best, Faith Bogard, Alexa Scheidez, Peyton Chapman, Kylie Claypool, Shayapon Corsello, Ella Davis, Kristana DiVigilio, Joy Dudley, Caitlin Eisenbeis, Brandon Engelke, Emily Gossett, Melissa Govea, Christopher Harris, Hypes, Ava Hitchcock, Maya Hitchcock, Carly Hood, Kayla Jepson, Tessa Johnson, Mason Kitchell, Kira Chelsvik, Hannah Lauterbach, Natalie Lawton, Catherine Markham, Jack Mills, Peyton Murphy, Justin Newman, Haley Nicolaitis, Ava Ostrom, Alexander Pasquale, Priya Patel, Gracie Ritter, Rachel Shaudas, Emmanuel Soto, Addison Stacy, Kieran Stewart, Brandon Temme, Avery Trevino, Luna Valderrama, Jack Wegley, Caden Welch, Jonah Williams, Levi Wilson, and Gretchen Zarbach. How about a nice round of applause for our honor students? At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our graduation class speaker, Luna Valderrama, to present her remarks on behalf of the class of 2023. Luna is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Angel and Claudia Valderrama, and she plans to attend the University of Illinois at Chicago to study earth and environmental sciences.
Thank you, Dr. Arctez. Good evening, students, family, teachers, and staff. It is a great honor to be speaking to you all today. My message to the class of 2023 is one that I think will apply to all future endeavors, and I hope that these words of encouragement linger in the back of your mind in times of trouble. Throughout our final moments together, it's important that we give ourselves credit for just how much we have accomplished. Not only are we finishing up the last 4 years of our childhood, but many of us dealt with great adversities along the way. Some of us dealt with loss. Some of us are the first in our family to graduate high school or attend college. Some of us battled our way through illness. Some of us stayed up through countless sleepless nights. Some of us made it through these 4 years having to hide our true identities. Some of us had to do it all without a parent figure by our side. What a storm we've been through. But even through the struggles we were met with, we managed to persevere and see success. Every single one of us has not only earned this diploma, but deserves this diploma. Despite the difficult journey, we have finally made it. Nothing good ever comes easy. A quote from the song After the Storm by Kali Uchis. And let me tell you, none of this was ever easy. No one ever told us that high school would be easy, but we succeeded regardless. All of our blood, sweat, and tears marked together by this little piece of paper. It may seem almost silly that our years of hard work are represented by this mere piece of paper, but the certificate means so much more. This little diploma represents more than just essays, projects, para empezar, Bunsen burners, duckweeds, and piano chords that we have put work into. A diploma is truly a symbol of resilience. This is a symbol of all the times we've fallen short and gotten back up. For the times that life wasn't kind to us, yet we kept going. For the times that our efforts were overlooked, but we continued to try. Appreciate your achievements and take pride in them. It is an honor and a great accomplishment to have done what we have done, to sit here and watch that tassel be turned. Wherever life may be taking you, whether it be a four-year university, the trades, or serving our country, the truth is, it probably won't be easy. But life isn't supposed to be easy. Real life requires integrity, effort, and courage. If you want something, you have to fight for it. So don't ever let anyone tell you that your dreams are too big or that your ambition is too small. We have conquered our first storm of many. The beautiful thing about storms, however, is that they are always followed with a rainbow and eventually, maybe even some flowers. Even through the struggles and adversities, we have finally seen the sunshine after the storm. Class of 2023, we are proof that hard work pays off and that there can be beautiful rainbows even after the most terrible thunderstorms. Even though these last 4 years may have felt like ages, I think that it's important to point out that we have never been alone throughout this expedition. I know that many of us can look around and find love and comfort in the presences surrounding us. In a moment so full of emotion, it may be difficult to recognize every aspect of our journey. I'd like to remind you all that none of this could have ever been done without our teachers and staff. I'd like to give some thank yous to the people who have brought us here today. Let's thank the staff who have helped us beyond compare. Morris Community High School, thank you for feeding us, keeping us safe, and for always being just a hall pass away. Hold on. Additionally, let's thank our teachers who have dedicated the majority of their days into bettering our education. Let's thank the teachers who are the reasons we are even able to be here today. MCHS faculty and staff, you were the eyes of our storm. Thank you for holding out your umbrella to us as we ventured through this journey. Now we are only moments away from ending this chapter of our lives. I know that growing up is tough, but we are tougher. There's a great big world out there, and we all have a purpose. Sometimes it may take a bad storm to look back and realize just how much you are capable of. Now we are saying goodbye to our childhood and waiting to greet adulthood just along the horizon. In a moment such as this one, it may seem easy to feel nostalgic or sad. I'd like to encourage you to instead be filled with dignity and honor. Go out and change the world. I believe in you. Before I finish up here, let me quote Kaliukis again to remind you that no matter how difficult things may seem, winners don't quit, so don't you give up. So here we are at our first and last high school graduation after the storm when the flowers bloom.
How about another nice round of applause for Luna Valderrama? At this time, I'd like to recognize the individuals seated behind me. If you would please hold your applause. I'm going to ask these people to stand if they're present. First, our Board of Education, Board President, Mr. Scott Hastings, Vice President, Mrs. Lynn Vermillion, Secretary, Mr. Chris Danik, and board members, Mr. Matt Eber, Mr. Todd Mattil, Mrs. Judy Miller, and Mr. Mike Wright. Thank you. Also with me tonight, our administrative team, Principal, Mr. Michael Gorley, Assistant Principal, Mr. Jeremiah Farrell, Athletic Director, Mr. Jeff Johnson, Director of Student Services, Mrs. Lori Deit, and Business Manager, Ms. Elizabeth Shields. Thank you to these individuals for all of the hard work you do to make MCHS an exceptional school. Members of the class of 2023, please join me in recognizing two very special groups of teachers. First and foremost, your very first teachers, your parents and guardians. Also, please join me in recognizing all the members of the faculty and staff at Morris Community High School for their continued support and friendship over these past 4 years. Let's give all of them a nice round of applause. I would also like to recognize one of our math teachers who is retiring this year after 19 years of dedicated service to MCHS. Congratulations to Mrs. Sharon Swihart. We wish you a wonderful retirement. At this time, I am pleased to introduce Mr. Scott Hastings, President of the Board of Education, who will provide some remarks. Mr. Hastings.
Thank you, Dr. Ortez. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to congratulate the class of 2023. I would like to thank the students for their hard work and their parents and families for supporting the students these past 4 years. MCHS administration, teachers, and staff are second to none, and their hard work and drive to help the students succeed is greatly appreciated. Graduates, while one chapter is ending, a new exciting chapter is starting. Your class motto was, "People are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." As you start school, start a career, or enter the armed forces, each day will bring a new opportunity for you to change the world. Class of 2023, thank you for sharing the last 4 years with us. You have had many successes here at MCHS, but that is just the beginning. I'm sure your future holds many successes ahead. Congratulations again to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hastings. As superintendent of Morris Community High School, District 101, and by the powers vested in me by the Illinois State Board of Education, I do hereby certify that the members of the class of 2023 have met all requirements for graduation as set forth in the statutes of the state of Illinois and the policies of this local Board of Education, and are now eligible to receive a diploma signifying those accomplishments. Board President Hastings and fellow board members and administrators, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the class of 2023. During the presentation of the diplomas, we ask the audience to please remain seated as we have photography and videography happening from different angles. Also, as has been traditional at MCHS graduation ceremonies, we respectfully ask that you refrain from yelling or creating any distractions. All of these students have earned the right to receive their diplomas in a dignified manner. So please maintain quiet until after all the students have received their diplomas. Thank you. A reminder to our graduates, we have 2 photographers taking pictures, one right here to the front of the stage, and the second as you immediately come down. So remember those pictures. Would the students seated in the first row to my right please stand? Laura Madison Aitkenhead. Emma Ann Aldrich. Baylor Jackson Amiano. Jordan Emily Ansel. Brett Thomas Anderson. Logan Robert Anderson. Mariah Irene Anderson. Emerly Faith Angelus. Elizabeth Nicole Apostolou. Ariana Olivia Avalos. Dominic Orville Awe. Diego Barba Gutierrez. Micah Danielle Barkley. Aaliyah Michaela Barlow. Claire Madeline Beeler. Madison Francis Becker. Zachary Aaron Berman. Graciela Aileen Best. Sophia Aubralia Best. Faith Elizabeth Bogard. Lily Ann Brown. Luke Christopher Brown. Antonio de Jesus Cabello. Matthew James Cameron. Olivia K. Cameron. Alicia Marina Castillo. Keith William Cesaro. Alexa Miranda Scheidez. Emily Rose Cronister. Esteban Cifuentes. Kylie Janelle Claypool. Sienna Diane Cleek. Jonathan Scott Clower. Chloe Summer Coleman. Lacey Grace Connor. Nyla Reese Connor. Shiapone Luke Carter Corsello. Skylar Rose Crane. Ismael Cruz. Kaylee Jade Danick. Ella Marie Davis. Kristana Alexis Divagili. Blake Michael Doss. Liam Anthony Dubjeros. Joy Linda Marie Dudley. Ryan Andrew Jalava. Caitlin Paige Eisenbeis. Justin Engelman. Brett Fletcher Evenson. Sunshine Lynn Farmer. Matthew Justin Fisher. Dominic Emilio Godinez. Patient Joy Gonzalez Adkins. Emily Ann Gossett. Melissa Pamela Govea. Brock Russell Grogan. Daniela Guerrero. Madeline Grace Geilinger. Caden Hall. Michaela Jo Harlan. Christopher Joseph Harris. Justin Thomas Hammersbach. Abigail Ruth Henson. Sophie Elizabeth Hypes. Ava Caroline Hitchcock. Maya Catherine Hitchcock. Joshua Kenny Holshauser. Carly Alyn Hood. Michael John Hogus. Kenneth James Howard. Maria Domenica Holbert. Isaac Harley James. Jessica Gail Jenkins. Kenya Amaya Jenkins. Kayla Lauren Jepson. Kylan Jean Johnson. Tessa Elizabeth Johnson. Destiny Michelle Karras. Okay. Lillian Ann Casper. Aiden Maurice King. Kira Noel Chelsvik. William Robert Knapp. Gabriel Michael Kosh. Marie Antoinette Kuntz. Andrew Chad Larson. Samantha Kate Lasky. Hannah Rose Lauterbach. Natalie Margaret Lawton. Jordan Anthony Lazier. Chae-Young Lee. How about a nice round of applause for the students in this section? When we get to the end, you may be seated. With the first row to my left, please stand. Edgar Lemus. Austin Lee Lewis. Haley Jasmine Liker. Dimitri Joseph Angelo Lindemuth. Alexander Michael Lopez. Angie Lopez. Logan Christopher Mahalas. Marina Michelle Mancuso. Dynasty Betty Nicole Mangum. Catherine Elizabeth Markham. Megan Marie Matney. Dylan Matthews. Gabby Ray Matazuski. Mariah Lynn Mayberry. Nicole Ann Melville. Jack Aubrey Mills. Vincente Miguel Montero. Chase Justin Montgomery. Michael Moore Jr. Mackenzie Lee Moore. Amara Fidelity Mounts. Peyton Ray Murphy. Tyler William Murphy. Leandro Antonio Navarro. Kelsey Jean Nelson. Casey Lee Ness. Justin Lee Newman. Haley Jade Nicolaitis. Brian Nino. Nathan Naskel Sakai. Isara Norcheska. Joaquina Ochoa. Ramiro Arturo Ontiveros. Ava James Ostrom. Alexander Daniel Pasquale. Priya Sunil Patel. Jasmine Patino. Nicholas Perry. Gage Phillips. Annalise Platt. Shane Michael Potter. Nicholas Ramirez. Evan Jesse Ramos. Samuel Joseph Redinger. Alexis Faith Richmond. Gracie Lee Ritter. Corbin Runyons. Kaylee Renee Runyon. Mary Jo Carlene Rush. Madeline Rose Rushing. Isabella Marie Solis. Ben David Salzman. Carter William Samuels. Liliana Azucena Sanchez. Zoe Makaya Schenberger. Rachel Nicole Schaudes. Jackson Curtis Simon. Cameron Edward Scoff. Noah Michael Riley Smith. Joshua Anthony Smick. Emmanuel Soto. Daniel Neal Spencer. Addison Julia Stacy. Matthew Lee Stark. Kieran Robert Stewart. Adam Stirrat. Sophie Lucille Tambling. Brandon Jeffrey Temme. Amber Rose Tassoni. Stephanie Thompson. Connor Michael Tomlinson. Avery Justine Trevino. Alexia Miranda Trujillo. Oriana Urbina. Luna Fernanda Valderrama. Emily Valencia Colchado. Mia Liberty Valentine. Gabriel Brian Valerio. Landon John Van Dyke. Kayla Nicole Vanacki. Nicholas Paul Weber. Jack Logan Wagley. Caden Charles Weitzel. Caden Raymond Welch. Gabriel Matthew White. Jonah Shane Williams. Levi John Wilson. Ryan Paul Wolenchuk. Joshua Theodore Wright. Gretchen Nicole Zarbach. Kaya Marie Ziga. Trace Allen Zuniga. Trenton Valentine. How about a nice round of applause for that section? You may be seated.
Please join me in welcoming to the stage Senior Class President Ava Ostrom for the ceremonial turning of the tassels.
Class of 2023, I'm so proud of how far we have come despite all of the hardships. I can't wait to see what we accomplish in the future. Congratulations, we made it.
All right, congratulations, seniors. Best of luck to you. Mr. Hendricks, you can cue the band. Seniors, let them fly. Thank you for your attendance. That concludes our ceremony for this evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening.